Hey YouTube, what's going on? ZeroMagnumX here. Okay, this is going to be a discussion about Omni guards. Concerning the English meta, I'm not going to go over the Japanese and Korean metas because they have cards that generate their own criticals or can be even more abusive, like Dragonic Overlord in the end. So there's no reason to talk about those cards whenever they're not part of the English meta yet. What this video is going to do is ask a question. And it's going to ask you, the audience watching it, do you think for the English meta, perfect guards are a necessity, like they are in the foreign meta? Simple yes or no, and maybe your reasoning. I want to see some comments, hopefully, and let me know what you think, if they are, if they're not, and so on. Okay. The first thing I want to say is the Omni guards, or as most people call them, perfect guards, inherent weakness or stand triggers. Whenever you perfect guard Omni guard, you discard a card, it -1s you to stop an attack. This is usually good to inherently stop a critical coming at you that's promised. It's very difficult to account for triggers, especially if their first attack is the Vanguard. So, to continue on, the English meta has more toward stand-in cards, such as Demonic Lord Deadly Emperor with Spike Brothers, the Nova Grappler deck that can stand again and again, and finally, Spectral Duke Dragon builds. In these sorts of situations, perfect guards are less effective, especially if you have to use them as a booster. Yes, they still help with the magic number, but what about the 7,000 common cards that counterblast for 1 and gain 1,000? Just as an example. So you take it from 7 to 8, and you might be able to hit that magic number, or even take it to 9 to hit magic numbers, so your opponent can guard less against you. That's one option. Another option is running, if the deck or the clan has it, lots of stands or lots of criticals, so you can repeatedly attack to get around the Omni guards. Draw triggers are a popular thing because they help support the need for perfect guards. If you get a draw trigger and you have a perfect guard, that draw trigger essentially replaces itself, so you don't minus yourself, technically speaking, on the Omni guard. That's a benefit of a draw trigger. But I have a question. Could you not remedy that by using stands and criticals? So the more stands and criticals you run, the more you can get around something such as an Omni guard. We have a lot of stand-like cards in the meta right now, as I previously mentioned, the clans that have access to it, and are probably only going to get more. And Omni guards were very powerful and very helpful to not take damage, also require that kind of sacrifice. So, I know I made them sound negative. There is a lot of upside with them. For example, if your opponent attacks with their rear guards first, and it isn't Spike Brothers, and they attack and get critical triggers and you perfect guarded it, you're in great shape because they wasted some criticals and it saved you. On the other hand, how much do they do versus the decks and the clans mentioned previously? How much have they helped you? Just leave a comment down below and let me know. I'm not saying anything negative about them. I'm just asking how important do you guys think they are in the English meta? And overall, with clans evolving as they are, how much they help. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Stand Up Saturdays. And in my closing notes, I just want to say thank you for everyone who's traded with me and got my decks up to speed. And I thank you for people commenting and messaging me about my wants and stuff and wanting to trade. But I'm just going to say it this way. The first thing is I have what I need. Alright. Outside of a few things. Those few things are Reckless Express. Alright, so I need one more of that for my Spike Brothers. I don't think I'm going to use guards in my Spike Brothers. I know it sounds weird, but they're very aggressive, and perfect guards I think would honestly slow them down. Secondly, I'm looking for Korean Shadow Paladin cards, specifically these, Masquerade. It's the one that has 9,000 that if you have a Vanguard with Blaster in its name, it gets plus 3,000 when it initiates an attack. So it's a grade 2 that attacks for 12,000, and with the 8,000 booster, it goes up to 20. Now, I'm pretty sure it has to hit a Vanguard. If it doesn't, then it's better than I thought. But I generally always attack the Vanguard unless there's an honest-to-goodness rearguard threat that would be getting in my way. Which is what I hope the normal strategy is for most players. So I'm looking for, as well, Phantom Blaster Overlord, Phantom Blaster Dragon, and then this guy right here, this Dark Shield Mark Lear, which I'll go to so you guys can see it. This is what it looks like. So those are what I'm currently after because I'm enjoying playing Shadow Paladins and they're doing very well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Stand Up Saturdays, and I hope you look forward to more in the future. Again, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about perfect guards, or Omni guards as they're called, and their significance. Peace YouTube and have a good day.